Hey, what's going on, everybody? Monty here. Today is the CyberPunk day. Well, actually, yesterday was. I did preload it, did download it. With my fiber internet connection, it was probably, I don't know, 10 minutes, if that. Downloaded pretty quick, but some people had some questions regarding my last videos, and I just figured I would just kind of cover it all in just in one. So I'm at a 10900K, I'm at 5.2 gigahertz still. I did change some settings since I last touched everything. BIOS version 0707. I think there's an update. I'm pretty sure there's an update. There's somebody in my, I can't remember the person commented, they asked what BIOS version I was at, and I was like, yeah, I'm at the latest. You know, I didn't really think about it. I don't ever really mess around in here, and it looks like I'm not. It looks like I'm at 0707 for June 21, 2020. That's the BIOS I'm on. I'll probably need to update that. I'll probably, do that in a video or something. But just want to show you guys a quick settings real quick, what I was running at. I did change some settings originally from the first overclock video I made, so just kind of want to give you guys an update. All right, so where I'm at right now, I have turbo mode. Well, actually, I don't even have turbo on at all. I haven't set a manual for the AI overclock. Let's go back. Block is at, where the heck did I just go? Okay. All right, block is at 100. I have multi-core enhancement off. That's just ASUS, ASUS control. I don't need that. SVIDS auto. I don't have AVX offset anymore. I did originally have that -2, but I put it at 0, and the computer's been working for the past 2-3 months. No crashes, no slowdowns, no nothing. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. I'm at sync all cores. I'm at X52, so I'm at 52 at 5.2 gigahertz pretty much the whole entire time. So there's no drops to 5 gigahertz anymore, no drops under that. It's all 5.2 the whole time. DRAM frequency, I set everything manually as far as my RAM goes. For whatever reason, when I use XMP, it does lock the, like I do get blue screens and I do get lockups. So there is that. Extreme tweaking disabled. DRAM, I just have my RAM set manually. As you can see here, 16, 16, 32. For whatever reason, when I have it on one end, the computer just acts funny, so I just put it at 2. Seems to be working. Load line calibration says number 4 is what's recommended. Been using that, haven't had any problems. Temperature has been great. Everything else auto. CPU power management. I just have all of this. Not that none of this really matters because it's mainly for turbo mode parameters, but I'll give you an idea. I just have ring down bin 4749. As you guys can see here, manual voltage 1.37, but it shows my voltage currently at 1.35. RAM, my RAM is set at 1.35 as well. CPU, VCCIO is at 1.2, system agent voltage 1.2. That's kind of it. Platform, I think somebody had some questions for me what I had my fan speeds at. Yeah, here we go. So you go down here at the bottom, QFan configuration. I have everything turned off. It's because I use everything. What I use for what I use over here, like since I just have 2 AIOs essentially plugged in, I just use the NZXT fan software. So, it's really funny. I actually have a Noct 2 up here, and I got about 6 or 8 Noct 2s in a box on the other side of the room. The only fans that I got in this computer is the 2 fans on this AIO for this 2080 Ti that I have, and then the 3 fans that I got plugged in for the CPU, the Z73 NZXT. That's it. I don't have any exhaust. Like, this is the only exhaust I got. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but you know what? My temperatures stay really, really low. So whenever we load up CyberPunk, I'm going to show you guys. So yeah, everything's disabled. Chassis fan configuration, everything should be disabled as well. Like I said, I'm not really using any fan software or anything in here. If you guys are curious, my SP rating is 87 for the CPU. Cooler shows 151. Again, if you're curious about that, so I'm just going to discard changes and exit. I'm going to load into Windows real quick. I'm just going to show you guys my NVIDIA control panel settings real quick. Give you an idea of everything from beginning to end on the system, just so it gives you an idea exactly what, what all the settings are, so you guys are curious. GOG Galaxy, like a CyberPunk right there you could see. Blow this up for you, but give me an idea. Image sharpening, that's off. Ambient occlusion is off. Anisotropic filtering set to application controlled. FXAA off. Gamma correction on. Anti-aliasing mode application controlled. Setting is application controlled. And anti-aliasing transparency off. Background application max frame off. CUDA GPU all. DSR factors off, smoothness off, low latency mode. You can run it on. I'm just playing a single player game, so I just leave it off. Max frame rate, I just put at 120. There's really no reason for me to stress my GPU beyond that. G-Sync is on. MFAA is off. OpenGL rendering auto select. Power management mode, I have mine set to prefer max performance. Preferred refresh rate for my Dell Alienware 34-inch ultra wide. It's a 34DW if you guys are curious. Shader cache on, texture filtering off, allow, quality on, auto, triple buffering off. I have VSync set to fast. If you guys are curious, it says GPU vertical sync for set as fast. GPU renders unconstrained similar to VSync off, but does not tear since frames in excess of the refresh rate or the monitor are dropped. Delivered latency that is very close to VSync off with no tearing. So in case I need to get like a little boost, that's always good. That's pretty much it. 3440 by 1440, 120 hertz is my resolution. So now that we got that out of the way, NZXT cam. I'm just using the default profile for the NZXT for the Z73 and the X. I think it's an X42 or X43. They're both Kraken CPU and GPU coolers. Pump. I could set both of these. They're pretty much all set up at performance. Fan that I do have for the Z73, I do have that stay at 25% fan speed till close to about 50%, and then it starts ramping up. Just that's 3 fans. I don't really want to hear them. I'll be quiet now. You guys probably can't even hear them, but you'll hear them here in a second. So that's the settings that I have. I don't really have anything else running in the background. I do have CyberPunk installed on a Inland Premium 2TB SSD, so I get about 3,000 read-write, so it's pretty quick. 4% usage, 13% memory, so I don't really have anything running right now, as you guys are able to see. We're going to load up CyberPunk. I'm going to right-click, I'm going to hit play. I've not opened this at all, so what you guys are seeing is real-time, exactly my impressions, more or less. So as you can see here, this window popped up, so I'm going to hit allow. I'm going to do Alt-R. Turn this volume down. Alt-R. Might not be able to see that clearly. Maybe I can move. So Alt-F8, Alt-F9. No. Recording. I don't want to save that. We want to go back. Maybe I can change my performance. Yeah, there's a way I can save the overlay. There we go. Just so you guys are able to see it. It'll be right here. It might be out of focus a little bit, but and I'm just using a, for those guys who are curious, I'll leave this performance guy up. And what I'll do is, I have game enhance mode on the monitor. So I can just hit frame rate. You can see my frame rate at the top left. That's cool. And then right here, if you're able to see if it doesn't ever go out of focus, I got my temperatures for GPU and CPU. So there's that as well. Even shows my temperature right here too. Cool. All right, so I've never played this game. I've seen the reviews. The reviews look pretty kick-ass. I was watching that Rad Brad guy play it. Also, I've been, just watching the trailer. Looks like you guys have, but let's see here. Settings. Sure, whatever. That's fine. All right, settings, studio reference, dynamic range. I'll just leave that on. Volume. High. Let's go to high. Let's put high on everything. This is all maxed. Oh, we didn't start at the top. Okay. Quick preset. Texture quality is max. High. Field of view. We're going to set that all the way up to 100. Film grain on. Chromatic aberration. Depth of field on. I don't really like motion blur, so I'm going to turn that off. Anisotropic. 16. Max. Everything pretty much max. Going to run like crap, though. We'll leave it on ultra. We'll leave everything on ultra. Everything on ultra but motion blur. DLSS. We leave that to auto. That's fine. Survey. Monitor VSync off. Max FPS. Windowed full screen. Apply. So I got everything max, guys. You guys are able to see that. We'll just use normal. That's fine. Alright, so this looks cool. I want to be a street kid. Do I want to be a nomad or a corpo? I'm just got a 2080 Ti, guys. I don't have a 3080 yet. I was thankfully able to auto notify a 3080 hybrid today and a 3090 hybrid on EVGA's website. So probably in the next couple weeks, if that. We'll see. We'll see what the 2080 Ti on this ultra wide will run on ultra settings. You guys seen the settings in the BIOS. You guys seen the settings on the NVIDIA control panel. Now we're going to see the settings in game. And you're going to come over here, right here. Those are all my stats. So this is me playing on max settings besides motion blur. 48. Looks good. I'm seeing some shimmering on the character model down there.
You said it was nothing serious when I came in. You said you were sure.
Okay, first time. Pay attention to the tutorials. Okay. Access. Okay. All right, so this is me moving. I mean, it's, you can play it. Obviously, it's max settings, but see what we could do to turn to let me see here. Let me get out of here.
That's fine. Step aside.
What?
Get out of the way, bro.
Got any idea what to do?
I'm gonna bypass the coupling and rig a hot wire.
Compressor will run on and on. Could see that.
Did anyone ask your opinion?
I'll take this thing for a ride.
Let's see what happens.
It's like I was telling you.
There we go.
Shabby at all. Question's how long it'll last you.
It'll get me to Night City. I figure something else.
I mean, it's smooth. It looks good. Whoa, there we go. I should hook a controller up to this game. 60 FPS on ultra settings. Just have motion blur off. Looks really good. Let's see if we can make it. See if we can double our frames per second here. Motion blur is the only thing off. It's usually shadows. Let me turn some shadows off. Local shadow. Local shadow mesh. Any shadows, I'm just putting them on low. Let's see what I get. I'm getting 68. Not really any different. Okay, shadows. Ambient occlusion. Let's turn that all the way off. I don't want that. I mean, that got me a couple frames. I mean, definitely playable, easily. Probably didn't help that I got a lot of these settings on ultra. Ray tracing on. Ray trace lighting is on ultra. Let's put it on medium. DLSS is set to auto. See, the thing with DLSS is that I'm on, like what I'm on is, I'm on a 3440, I'm not on 4K, so like it doesn't really, I'm getting not less frames. Let me change this. And DLSS off. Okay, well there you go. Shows it works. You guys see my frames 37 with DLSS off. Let's turn DLSS back on. Let's turn it back to auto. Frame rate doubled, right? You can see in the top left. Interesting. It's the first time I think I've ever seen that being used. Let's see here. Let's turn some settings off of ultra. Let's put it on high. Ray trace lighting. I'll put that on ultra. Why not? So I got shadows. Everything shadows on low. Shadows on low. I got cloud quality. Everything else on high. Ambient occlusion off. Motion blur off. Chromatic aberration, depth of field, lens flare, all that is set to on. Let's see what my frames are now. Still only 70. That's interesting. Turning everything off didn't do anything for it. Okay, let's see what else we can turn off. Attack. Didn't do anything either. Well then, I don't necessarily know. Really didn't give me any. Well, this is interesting. What settings are causing it to drag? Medium. Still 70. What setting is dragging this down? So everything that I just did, as you guys were able to see, it did nothing for it. Occlusion, color precision, level detail. For the hell of it, we're going to turn everything ray tracing off. Ray tracing's all off. Let's see what I get. Oh, shit. Okay, well, there you go. You just seen me turn ray tracing off. Look at my frames. 120 now, right? Now, I know it's not... It's not what everybody wants, but I mean, look at that. I turned it off and my FPS almost doubled just from doing that. Okay, so now I can turn some other settings back on. Let's go ultra. Shit, we'll turn the shadows on too while we're at it. No, we don't want to do psycho. That's a little too much. And occlusion could still stay off. I don't care about that. Yeah, DLSS on auto, ray tracing off. Ray tracing off. I don't know if it's bugged or my 2080 Ti sucks, which is probably what it is, but everything else on ultra. Ultra besides like one setting that's not on that. Let's see what I get now. 100 frames a second. Everything on max besides ray tracing and ambient occlusion. Let's go back. And for whatever reason, you see my GPU clock's only at 1800. It's going up and down. See my temperature over here? It's only at 50, guys. So having an AIO on your having an all-in-one on your graphics card really helps out. Oh shit. But yeah, this is on max settings. Besides ambient occlusion being off, I even have shadows on as well. And I'm getting 100 frames easily, and it's very, very playable too. To me, I don't think the last 20 frames is really worth. Really, I mean, I can turn some settings down, but this is the way this game looks is as good as it's really going to get. Obviously, it doesn't have ray tracing on. You know, I put ray tracing on, but for whatever reason, it just drags. So I can put lighting. Let me put it on medium. It drops my FPS too much by half. It's not worth it. You know, I'll wait until I get the 3080 or 3090, and then I will worry about ray tracing. But until then, I will leave it off, and I will get double my FPS. So, all right. So does it want me to? No way to change view. All right, change hotkeys. Maybe this is all I get. Okay. Reminds me kind of like almost a Far Cry, climbing the towers. Okay. Game is very, very responsive. Let's climb up. Temperatures, CPU, 5.2 gigahertz. I'm at 47C. 49 degrees, 48 degrees. Gaming, my 2080 Ti is at 52 Celsius. You see all my stats right here, so the FPS is the same as what you're seeing up here. This is built into the Alienware monitor. It's a frame rate monitor built into the monitor. You can see down here, FPS, render latency, everything. You can see all my utilization. CPU utilization's 30%, 20%, 35%. GPU's at 99%. So as you're able to see here, I don't have a bottleneck, obviously. So if you guys are curious, that's what that looks like. And I'm not gonna try and I'm gonna speed up some of this video so you guys don't have to watch. It's kind of boring, but this is my first time playing this game. First time messing with settings. As you guys were able to see, within a couple minutes, I was able to dial in and able to get max FPS just about. Only thing I don't have is ray tracing on. I can live without that. So hope this helps some of you guys set up your settings. Still good FPS. It seems like really the bulk of it was ray tracing. Turning that off practically doubled my FPS for the most part. I don't really know what else I'd be able to do to boost me up. So these are the settings that I'm using on a 2080 Ti, ultra wide, 3440 by 1440. Everything on high, ultra. Screen space reflection, I just have that set on ultra. I don't have that set on the psycho setting. Ambient occlusion is pretty much the only thing I have off. I even have shadows on, so you guys are able to see. Ray tracing is the only thing that's off. So I guess I could live with 100, 110 FPS. That's fine. So, you know, while the 3080, that looks like that'll give me 3080 will give me the ray tracing and probably 120 frames per second is probably what it'll give me. So that's definitely an upgrade. But temperatures and everything, you guys are able to see it. 49, 48 CPU, 53 GPU. It's pretty good. This is playing the latest great game that came out, CyberPunk 2077. I do have the latest NVIDIA graphics drivers as well, so. All right, everything's on ultra, guys, besides the ambient occlusion. So this is what the game looks like. This is the frames per second I'm getting. This is the temperatures I'm getting as well. On default settings, so.
Just making sure.
Listen, friend, we're both professionals, ain't we? Hey, you, sure you moved contraband before?
Why, are you nervous?
Me? Well, maybe a little. Hey, border crossing up ahead. What now?
Nothing. We'll scan us and check our papers.
Okay.
I'll do the talking.
Yeah, I ain't playing with this border crossing.
Please direct your vehicle to the inspection area. Remain in your vehicle. The security check will begin shortly.
I got a real bad feeling about this.
Hand me the manifest. Don't need to see it.
Grab these.
Let me see. It's marked LOA. Perfect.
What's that mean?
Lost on arrival. It means the cargo is flagged as to be lost as soon as across the border.
Oh, so they know we're smuggling.
They're about to find out.
The owner of the vehicle in the inspection area will report for further questioning.
Chingada madre. What now?
We want the customs officer to turn a blind eye to our dubious dock use. We'll need a sweetener. Do you have the credit chip with the bribe?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Right. You forgot. do that.
If you're armed, place your weapon
Huh.
here.
It's pretty cool. Republic of Texas. I was gonna say, I figured we were somewhere near Mexico. Alright, so Night City, that's California. Looks like LA. Oh, this is great. Check out that piece.
Now please report to room number 2.
Please sit.
Oh, they ain't playing, huh?
Papers?
Is this routine?
It might be. We'll see.
See the smoke right here? It's really cool.
What are you transporting?
It's all in there.
Everything?
Look how the smoke came out.
There's
And the FPS didn't really drop. That's pretty cool.
Ah, yes. Remind me, you drive for which nomad clan?
I don't think that's any concern of yours.
Is that what you believe? You know, whenever I see someone like you, I'm oh so grateful not to be on that side of the table.
The feeling's mutual.
Go on now. Don't forget to take your personal items.
Which items? Oh, yeah, I need to go back.
Be careful with that toy. And welcome to Night City.
Those little shits imagine Night City as some kind of paradise.
What can you do? Young, naive.
What happened in there?
I'll tell you soon. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, this is running really good on my machine, guys. I know some people I seen on Facebook and some YouTube videos saying it's running really, really crappy and buggy for them. But I'm just curious to see what it's going to run like for me. I know I'm just in the beginning area, so it's not really indicated of it. But I definitely want to see when I get inside the Night City, like what it actually,
What happened back there?
what it looks like.
The custom stick, hey.
Draw a weapon, alt, holster weapon, and return to seat double tap. As a passenger, drawing your weapon allows you to lean out of the window. Okay, cool. They're about to get. Come on. FPS still pretty good, guys. Still running good. Alright, still looking good. Still getting very playable FPS. Go.
Gotta keep moving! Ah, those pendejos are stubborn! Speed! Watch it! Close call. We lost him. Close. Not sure my nerves can handle this.
Keep driving. You can't stop here.
Place looks deserted. Gonna stop here. Need to sort out a few things before we go on.
Fucking hell.
Hijo de la chingada madre! They almost tagged our asses. That what you call smuggling? Gado! Supposed to go smooth. No problems.
If you think this is my fault, at least have the balls to say so.
I don't know yet. Is it?
Border security tipped off the corporation that we have their cargo.
What's the deal with these borderlies flipping us the finger as they fucking please?
Temps are still pretty good, guys. 47 CPU, 54
He assumed we
GPU.
didn't have a clan backing us, and he was right.
Stats still look pretty good. Still getting good FPS.
This chick we're looking for
Ultra settings, besides ambient occlusion is off, ray tracing is off, everything else is on max. It's pretty good.
Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something.
Really, really responsive. No bugs, no crashes. Temperatures are... You guys were curious what gaming is like. I'm playing CyberPunk. 49 CPU, 54 GPU. It's been like that this whole time I've been playing it, so...
Not now, Jack. No time. Maybe later.
Sure. Mañana.
So many items. Okay, how do I heal?
We got options here. Fuck, you got eyes on this shithole? Anything.
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left. Give me 2 seconds to grease the lock.
Mano, get his attention. I'll do the... Hey, V, head
Back
down!
door's just cleared. Watch yourselves.
With you in a sec!
Don't see any movement on the sensors. Looks like you got him. You're clear to go.
Shit, where the hell's our target?
Look around. Gotta be there somewhere.
Woo! Look at this guy. Way too many items.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Stimulus being administered. 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 for Greenwich.
Let's get out of here. Elevator gets us to the garage direct.
Good work. Shit show's over. Cutting my wires now. See you in the near future.
Listen, Mama, I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels? I got a date with Misty, but I can't take the metro. How's they gonna look for me?
Won't leave you hanging, Jack. But don't get used to it.
You're saving my ass, B. Thank you. How about I drive you home, huh?
She's all yours. I'm beat as it is.
Oh, almost forgot. Shukin Wakako on the hollow. Tell her the job's done.
V, how did it go? Our client is alive and well?
Of course she's alive and well. That's what we agreed, isn't it?
Splendid. Your payment awaits you, ready to come and grab whenever you like, even right away. But I guess home is the only place you wish to be now. The NCPD has surrounded Watson. The district is closed. If you're to make it past the cordon, you must move fast.
Thanks for the heads up. Swing by to see you later.
Yes, it looks like I got that mission done.
The NCPD's gonna put Watson on lockdown. If I'm gonna sleep in my own bed tonight, we better put it in fifth.
Leave it to me, Mano. I'm driving.
I'm impressed. Game runs fine. Probably played the first, I don't know, I've been recording this video for about 54 minutes now. So about almost an hour of gameplay, temperatures, GPU's 54, 55 the whole time. CPU's not even 50. It's 49, 48. Now it's 52. It's jumping up. But you can see my stats down here this whole time. Really good. Not even hot, really. Really good.
Can't stop digging Night City.
Now we got some rain coming in. Let's see if that tanks the FPS. Well, still looks good.
Any other city.
Only difference, I don't have ray tracing on. I know that's a big thing for this game, but you seen turning the ray tracing off doubled my FPS. So if you value the FPS, turn the ray tracing off, you'll get more FPS. I'll worry about ray tracing when I get a 3080 or 3090, which should be here soon. Probably, hopefully, in the next couple weeks, if once EVGA gets it together, starts shipping some cards out.
It's okay.
Yeah, all the models, everything looks great.
Just focus on getting home.
So I think you have what I have, like monitor-wise or lower. With 2080 Ti, I think you'd be able to run this the same or better than what I'm running it now. 1080p with probably 2070, no problem. 2060, probably play it. Any of the cards you're gonna play it. Turn ray tracing off, ain't gonna boost your FPS. I'm not a fan of ambient occlusion, so I just turned that off. But between that and between the ray tracing, I mean, game still looks good. I mean, like I said, I don't think the ray tracing makes or breaks the game. I mean, obviously it makes it look better, but double the FPS, you know, I want to lose half my FPS. I don't really want to do that, so I'm okay with this. Even for raining, 90 FPS, it's not bad. These are the kind of tests I like to run. Gives you an idea of how playing a game for a while, you know, that variation of FPS increasing, decreasing, what it gives you an idea of what the temperatures will be like. So 55 Celsius for GPU, that's just on default. If I put all the fan speed and pump to max manually, the temperature would probably be a couple degrees Celsius, probably lower, probably 50 C. Right now it's 50 C, 55 on the GPU, 51, 48 on the GPU or CPU. So very, very good. And I'm only using the fans that are on the radiators. That's it. I don't have any exhaust. They're all off. So this is really, really good. I like it.
Made it. Almost at your place.
What about you? Not likely to make it back to Haywood now.
You'll be. They'll let me through.
Sure about that?
Oh yeah. I'll play nice Jackie again. Sweet dreams then.
Don't miss the I said hi.
I will.
Bug.
Forgot earlier. A runner I know has something you could probably use. Zip in your deets.
It's really cool. Burrito.
Oh, stupid gate's busted again. Third time.
Paid to get it fixed the last.
What's the crib look like? Oh, it's nice. So I got that gaming setup. Oh, there you go. Now we're talking. Oh, okay. Look at all the loot. XXL burrito. There we go. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just like some rough playing. I just want to get an idea of what CyberPunk, what it runs like on my setup. This is a 2080 Ti, this is a 10900K, 5.2 gigahertz. You guys were able to see my stats the whole time right here and right here. Showed you guys some BIOS settings, so that's cool. Temperatures, 50C on the CPU, 55 GPU. Really, really good. I've been playing for about an hour and a couple minutes, about an hour and 3 minutes so far. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you have any questions for me, have any questions about the settings I use. You can just scroll the video back. Please subscribe. I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Definitely hit that notification bell as well, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.